Hi, Dagobert from Dagobert Stacker World, here to talk to you about this weekend's fishing report on the Gold Coast for the 27th and 28th of November 2021. Okay, we're going to start with offshore, which will be probably pretty quick because the weather looks terrible. It's a broken record, this one, so I don't know how many weekends in a row it is, but last weekend they did forecast crappy weather, and it was on Saturday, and Sunday was meant to be 15 to 25, but most people slept in and woke up and it was blowing 2 knots, including us, and got there late and missed it all. But it wasn't a bad day for most of the day, but it northerly come out in the afternoon. But this weekend is crap. Okay, it's terrible. It's going to be terrible. Hopefully I've got it right this time based on what the weather guys say. But so tonight, Friday, there's a strong northerly, around 25 knots, probably severe storms and that sort of stuff, a bit of rain. Then Saturday morning, you might get like a couple of hours of 15 knots in the morning but I probably wouldn't go offshore too much. I'd be maybe giving it a miss, but that's up to you guys. And then that's followed by a 25 to 30 knots southerly coming through early morning. And then that'll go right through Saturday and Sunday, including lots of rain squalls coming through and thunderstorms as well. You know, usual. So we might have to wait till the following weekend, and perhaps see we go. But yeah, so there is a bit of a break. I think it's on Thursday morning, supposedly at this stage, till about 8:30 in the morning next week. Doesn't show anything past Friday yet, so that's all I can see till. But you got a sort of 5 to 10 knots for a couple of hours on Thursday morning, so might be worth popping out for a quick stamper fishing close on Thursday next week at this stage, but I'll be checking it every day. But this weekend, guys, is a write-off. So I'm not going to tell you what's happening out there. Obviously, if you guys did get out off and on Sunday and a couple of mornings during the week, they did catch a few dolphin fish. They're getting a little bit bigger. There's a few metres size ones getting caught, a bit over a metre now. They're getting caught trolling skirter lures. It's been seems to be the best way for the bigger lures, bigger fish. Lots of little ones are in the fads. You see the charter boats are just going hard on it. They're 60 centimetres or 70 maybe. They are growing quicker every week and bigger, but we really need to give them a bit of a break until another couple of weeks, and they'll be a bit bigger again. But other than that, the bottom fishing wasn't too bad. A couple of guys went out deep drop it on Sunday morning. Did really well out wide. They got some good bar cod and other species. A few pearlies are caught in that 100, 120 metre mark. The current was a bit of a current. It was running about a knot and a half to the south. Then in on the 50 fathom reef, some guys digged up some really good kingies and amberjacks, mainly good kingies, up to about 15 kilo, 1.2 metres on the 50 fathom reefs northeast. And the guys obviously fishing the fads on the 50 fathoms and 36 fathom reefs, east, northeast of the seaway. And then a few guys fished the 36s and got trade Jew and a few squire. Sunday morning close at the front, it was pretty quiet, guys. A couple of guys did alright in certain areas, but there was only a couple out of a couple of hundred. So they were meant to bite. They didn't bite. I don't know why. So it was a bit of a strange thing, but anyhow, I think we've just got to wait until this weather gets better, the pattern gets more stable, and then we can go out there and give it a shot. So yeah, so this weekend's a good time to get your skirter lures ready, okay? Get them all rigged up, check out your gear from last year's trolling, check out your line, check out your braid, check out your leaders, snap swivels, everything's working okay, drag smooth, and get it all ready. We've got a bit of sale on this weekend too, on all that sort of trolling gear for Black Friday weekend sale, so welcome to come in and have a look. And we've got some clearance skirter lures as well that are up to 75% off, so jump in and have a look at that if you get a chance. Now, other than that, that's about it for offshore for this weekend, okay? Inshore. So inshore, we're talking about up Jumping Pin and the northern part of the Broadwater first. So there are still some good flatties around, but that rain we just had is going to smash that pretty bad, as in the water become dirty, and it'll be, and with northerlies added in the next couple of days till that southerly comes through late tomorrow, it will be a little bit dirty. So you might get some flatties out towards Kalinga and the entrance of the Jump Pin Bar, or Millionaire's Row, maybe at the end of Crusoe on the corner there. But I'd be predominantly fishing for whiting on the sandbanks towards the bar entrance, like in front of Millionaires Road there, Goldbank, and maybe in the lagoon at the end of South Estuary there, up in the flats on the high tide around mid-morning, and fish at yabbies, unweighted yabbies in that area, or on Goldbank and that, just fish yabbies and worms as you would normally with the running sinker. I don't have to be many tail-orangs, the water's a bit dirty, but there might be. Sometimes the bait gets pushed up on the dirty water line, and the tail will be feeding amongst them as well. Plenty of crabs I would dare think in the Logan, because they'll be pushed out the front, so I'd be trying around the power lines and maybe just up the Logan to maybe the first Mark's Rocks there where the rocks are, in that area in the middle of the river, like in that deeper 20-foot area, 25-foot of water. Have a shot dropping your pots through that area, and overnight would be best, but you need to get up there, drop them out late, check them very early, or grab them very early actually before someone else does. That's probably it for up the Jumping Pin Way. Pimpamar River's, coming back this way, Pimpamar River's not too bad for the whiting. One of my mates, David Jones, got a 42 centimetre one up there last weekend, fishing in the Pimpamar River, using beach worms for bait. You got a few too, those are good sized fish. There's probably going to be some crabs at the Pimpamar. Definitely try from Diamond Head all the way through up to past Calypso Bay. Again, overnight is best. Okay. Then back down this way, well, the Aldershot was fishing pretty good for flatties, but now it may be a bit dirty from coming out of the Coomera and Pimpamar rivers and from the Coombar area. There might be a bit of dirty water coming through, so be probably time to go crabbing. Crab pots, so this is what I use. I smash the crabs on these in these pots. Just a standard orange crab pot, a bit thicker mesh than some of the cheaper box stores, but these are really good pots. They just smack them pretty badly, both sandies and muddies. So get your pots ready, go chase some crabs maybe over the weekend, guys. And there's been no muddies around, they've been really hard to catch. But with this rain the last week, it has stirred them up, it's popped them out of their holes, and that bit of sort of 50, 100 mil we've had the last few days has really pushed them out of the holes and down into the accessible areas that we all fish. So give it a go. Whiting around the Broadwater, maybe try around the back of Wave Break and the banks adjacent all the way up to maybe the swimming pool near Southport. On the incoming tide, sort of mid-morning to lunchtime, and fish again unweighted yabbies, shallow water. You're anchoring up in sort of less than 600 mil deep or 700 mil deep. Make sure your boat's not too big, you'll get stuck. and just make sure the water's reasonably clear where you are. Okay, otherwise the brim will drive you crazy. So chase whiting, the canals for jacks. Look, there might still be a few jacks around, but you need to find clean water, not dirty. You can't see through the water. Dirty water you can see through is okay, but dirty water you can't see through is, if that makes sense, is really terrible, which is more like the freshy type water. Seaway would be the spot I'd be fishing. There's a chance you might get snapper over the weekend. Fishing right up against the hard on the rocks there, on the north wall and maybe in the south wall, if you're land based, and fish very early in the morning with pilchards. You might get a snapper. And there were probably a few tailor where the clean water meets the dirty as the tide pushes in or runs out. Try for tailor if you see the birds working. And other than that, Nerang River, well, the dam's not overflowing, so the Nerang River should be not too bad in colour, and that might be worth a go for nighttime fishing for whiting up around the old council chambers at Bundle there. You need worms, of course, for bait, beach worms, mud worms. Give that a shot. And the flatties in the seaway, what I talked about before, I'll be fishing the run out and the first the run in over the next couple of days. The shrimps have been really good. These Ecoda shrimps from Samaki, they're really, really good. Just put a jig head in there and about a quarter ounce and flick it up onto the rocks and then hop it back down. They work really well. The other thing to do, because obviously the water's so dirty, the brim everywhere, so if you do want to chase brim, get up in the canals, okay, like Runaway Bay, Shearwater Estate, and maybe Benoa, and just cast things like little cranky crabs, like that type of thing there, little ZXs, like that type of thing there, and I reckon you'll smack the brim on those over the weekend because the water's just that plenty of food and then the fish are a bit alive. Okay, give that a shot. It's probably about it on the broadwater scene. Beach fishing, well, it's going to be windy, so like you might get some dart and whiting on the beach early morning before the wind gets really crazy. But that's up to you guys if you want to give that a shot. But it's going to be pretty windy and a bit blown out, I think. Yeah. Up the dam, freshwater. Okay, freshwater. The bass have been still not too bad. The guys have been smacking them on shrimp and live baits up around Ian's Island. Timber's just past Ian's Island there. And on the eastern side, up around sort of from the water tower boat ramp heading up to the timber is really, really good. You can try it there as well. In this sort of weather, it's going to be windy. You might want to troll around a little bit. Troll deep divers get down to about 18 feet, dropping back about 40 minutes on the boat or your kayak, and just chuff around with the electric and or paddle, and give it a shot until you find the bass schooled up, and then on the sounder maybe give it a shot from that. Okay, that's probably it. So don't forget, guys, we've got our 4-day Black Friday sale on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, if that makes sense. Cyber Mondays, I don't know what it is. Monday, so it goes for 4 days. We're pretty busy today, but still lots of stock, but lots of new stock in too, which is we've put out on the floor with the sale as well. So great time to get something if you're after something for Chrissy. Maybe get a bargain before Chrissy. So pop in. Everything's minimum 30% off except for reels, which we're doing at the craziest price online. Even 30% off a bait. So if you're after anything, get on down, have a shot. We'll help you out. Got plenty of time tomorrow to give you guys a hand. And look forward to catching you then. Don't forget to watch our YouTube page, Doug Burt's Fishing Channel, and you can see everything that you need to see on there. And don't forget, this little thing will be cordoned off, as in saltwater, offshore, northern broadwater, and freshwater. So you can take a pic which I'm going to read instead of going through a whole lot of my jarble. Anyhow, good luck out there, guys. Let's just hope for some good weather, and we'll catch you again next week. Thank you, Doug Burt from Doug Burt's Tackle World at Labrador, number 8 Centreview Drive, just behind Harbour Town. See ya.